Hello my friends, today we are doing a full face of makeup using the least expensive makeup that I own. May not be the least expensive makeup on the market, but it is the least expensive makeup that I do own. I'm gonna pull up my little Ulta app, that way I can tell you guys the prices of everything. And we're gonna jump right on in. Lighting is a little weird right now, just because I don't want too much of a dramatic look. I am going to be starting off with the face, and we got a prime. I like to use two primers. These are like my two holy grail drugstore primers. I'm gonna first start off with the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer, the rose one. They have about 3 cents. This retails for $5.99. It's more of like a liquidy primer. Just gonna get a little tiny bit and apply that all over my skin. I'm running low on that, so I may have to pick up some more. But then to fill in the pores, because I do like to fill in the pores, we have the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And this retails, let's see, for $6, the small one. They do have a larger one, and I'm not entirely sure how much that retails for. I'm actually gonna go on to the e.l.f. app, e.l.f. Cosmetics. The large one retails for $10, and this is the clear version of it. I want to say that they have like different colors, like one for like brightening. This is my second one of it, so that's how you know I really enjoy it. But e.l.f. has so many different primers, and we all know the infamous putty primer. Now they have like the matte version, the luminous version. That combo is my favorite drugstore combo. The foundation, another e.l.f. product. There's quite a bit of e.l.f. Essence and Wet n Wild in this, but that doesn't mean that they're any less good than any other product. Some of these are like my holy grail products. For foundation, the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I want to say this does retail for $6 as well. $6. And I'm in the shade Vanilla, light with golden undertones, and I really like that they added that when they repackaged and added more colors to this foundation line. This is my second bottle of it. Is it my favorite? No, but is it a good natural foundation? Yes. And this may be a little too dark for me, but I always go for either light or fair to light with golden undertones when I choose foundations. It's usually what works best for my skin tone. And I'm using one of my favorite sponges that I get on Amazon. It's the Aesthetic, I want to say, makeup sponge, and it retails right now. It's on Amazon for $4.39. I choose this sponge when I want things to look flawless, but if you don't want to order something, it's probably the best to order something at this moment in time. And if you are a delivery person or know someone, like, thank you. I really like the Wet n Wild sponge, the pink one, or the Real Techniques sponge, the orange one. Now this does have a little bit of a scent to it. I want to say I tried this a few years ago for the first time, and I was like, this smells like a baby. For concealer, we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This retails for $4.49, and I'm using the shade Fair Beige in the center of my face as well as underneath my eyes. That foundation is like a light medium coverage, so this will just help not only lighten up the foundation but also cover up any blemishes or red marks that I still have. Even though I love to, like, I don't mind, especially in like spring, summer, if my freckles or blemishes show through. Just kind of makes your skin breathe a little bit more. We're looking full beat right now. And I did take out the stopper, just get more product out that way. But I recommend when you're on like the last leg of your concealer, I decided to take it out before just because you kind of have to dip in and dip out quite a bit. The sun keeps going behind the cloud, so the lighting keeps going weird. But for powder, we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Or it's the loose setting powder, and I have mine in the shade Translucent. TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, go follow me. One of the creators that I was inspired by just commented on a look that I was inspired by from, yes, small creator like me. This retails for $5.99. So far, this is like a full face using products under $6. And she followed me. Fangirling over here. Leah Morley. I'll have her TikTok and Instagram linked down below, but shout out to her. She's amazing. Her looks are incredible. I gain a lot of inspiration from her, as well as other artists, just to have your work recognized. I'm not even going to get into some drama, but I'm just setting underneath my eyes with the sponge and that powder, and I have not set my eyes so they may crease, but we have some eye primers. Yes, primers, because I don't know which one I want to use at the current moment. We're gonna go on to eyebrows next, and for that we have one of my favorite brow pencils of all time. It's from e.l.f. I love all e.l.f. brow products for the most part. I prefer this brow pencil to their other brow pencil just because of the creaminess and the thickness of it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I personally love it, and it retails for $2. I use mine in the shade Taupe, and I need to get more because this is my last one. Fill in my brow, don't give it like a new shape, just use it so it doesn't look like my eyebrows are bald. I still remember before everything went down, I didn't really do my brows one day to teach, and the girls that I was teaching, I always had my eyebrows and they've known me for a few years, and they're like, well, you don't have any eyebrows. Well, yeah, I didn't fill them in today. And I do have a brow gel. I'm just not going to set them until after we finish off the face makeup, because powders tend to get in my brows. This is also like a really good drugstore starter kit, because all of these products I do recommend. Like, they're not horrible. They are some of my favorites, but I am planning to do a full drugstore starter kit for you guys, and this dog won't stop barking. Quick as Brows, love this so much. Bronzer, I love it so much that like, packaging on these products isn't necessarily the best, but the product itself is amazing. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I use the shade 01 Natural. This retails for $4.99. And an Essence bronzer brush. Love this for my bronzer. Now, is this gonna help contour you? No, but it will bronze you. And as we go again into the spring and summer months, unless you're sitting outside, you gotta fake it till you make it. And even then, sunscreen always. I'm very chatty today. For blush, now Essence doesn't make this specific product, but their blushes, they revamped them, and I wonder, so it's just the blush, but I have the Satin Touch blushes from Essence. Retails for $2.99. They have great powder products anyways, but I'm just using a peach blush just because I felt like this one would work a little bit better for the look that we are going for today. Sun's coming back out. All these products I love. Now for highlight, I do have two. One's like your more natural everyday highlight, and one's more like your beaming glow kind of highlight. The more natural, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, whoo, in the shade 10 Be My Highlight. I mostly use this as like an all over face glow. That's just me personally. This retails for $4.99 and I will apply it just to show you guys. It is like a natural lit from within type of glow, but I usually just apply it literally everywhere with another brush that I don't currently have and I don't want to get up. I am just going to apply that as like a base highlight. And then one of my all-time favorite highlighters is from Wet n Wild. They're Mega Glow highlighters. Retail for $5.99 using the one in the shade Golden Flower Crown. This is one that I haven't used as much. I don't know what it is about it. And I really like that beaming highlight, so I'm going to spray it. My brush, it just gives that like beautiful metallic look. So if you want a beaming highlight, go for the Wet n Wild. And if you want like a more subtle glow, Essence Pure Nude. And they have multiple shades in that, so you're more likely to find one in any of these. I own 3 shades of this highlight. That doesn't tell you how much I love it. And I essentially like highlight my entire face. And then I go in with a smaller detail brush for like the center of my face and the inner corner, but we'll get to the inner corner a little bit later. And again, I went with this shade just because I thought it would look better with the look that we are going for. I am going to spray my face. Do I recommend this? Not a whole bunch, but it is the least expensive setting spray. Technically it's a primer spray, but I don't really prime with sprays. This is the J-Cat Prime Time Makeup Primer Spray. Retails for $7.99. This is, I want to say, the most expensive product out of all of these, but it is the cheapest. I do really like the Wet n Wild makeup setting sprays, the mist around that, and like the scents. They're essentially just like the water drop primers, just in a spray form. I love them. I do believe this is the most expensive thing in this entire video. And I do use that just to set down any powders, make it look a little less powdery. I did zoom you guys in so that we can focus more on the eyes. As you can see, the concealer that I had like a little bit of a creased. We are going to go in with some shadow primer. It's a toss-up between these two of which one I want to use. I think I might go with this one because it is the least expensive primer in my makeup collection. I just personally am not a huge fan of it. I like something with a tint. For something with a tint, I prefer the J-Cat Beauty All About That Base Nude Shadow Primer. And it retails for $4.99. So if you guys want something with a tint, J-Cat. But today I am just going to go with the least expensive, which is the e.l.f. Shadow Lock eyeshadow primer in the shade Clear. I don't know the price because I think e.l.f. like changed all their prices. Yes, this now retails for $3, and it is just a sheer clear shade that I'm just gonna add to the lids. It's not my favorite, and I maybe have had this a little too long, but it'll work. I'm just gonna blend it out with my sponge just so that we can not only blend in the primer but blend in the creases. And I always set my primers, except for the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, It just works better for me. And I'm going to go into the eyeshadow palette that we're going to use and use this shade, the very lightest shade. And I'm going to use that to sit all over my lid because this does have pigment to it, so it'll add a little bit of pigment to our eyelid while also setting down that primer. Is it a perfect bone shadow for me? No. But is it going to work for today? Yes. But the eyeshadow palettes that we are using are the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. This one is in the shade Carnival Candy, and this is in the shade Truffles, and they retail for $3. $3 for these eyeshadow palettes, and they are amazing. We're gonna dip into both of these. I don't know what look I'm gonna go for today. I think I might start and go in with the Truffles palette and go in with the lightest brown in the palette, and on a very light hand add that to the crease, just lightly building it up. On a more smaller crease brush, I'm gonna go into the deeper brown in the Truffles palette, and I'm gonna just focus that more in the crease, not so blended out. Going back in the other brush just to fully blend it even more. They aren't like the best shadows, but I do have to say they're a little bit better than Morphe shadows. Didn't say it. And I mean, like, for $3 a pop, and there's so many different like color combinations to them. If you see one, highly recommend going and picking them up so you can get some beautiful looks. I recently uploaded a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics, and I specifically used this eyeshadow palette, and we got a full glam look, like a silver and black halo eye. This video is going up after I uploaded that video. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's going up tomorrow from the day I am filming this. I'm gonna go in with my finger in the silver shade and lightly apply it to the eyelid, just for a little element of glam. Nothing too much. I am going to go in with the flat shader brush and just blend it out because there are some spots that my finger can't get. I think that's where I'm going to leave it up with the eyes, except we do need to add an inner corner and a brow bone highlight. Going back in with the e.l.f. Not my e.l.f. my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. And again, I am going to spray it. Go on the inner corners. It'll just help brighten up these eyes and not make us look so tired. As well as our brow bone, just to lift up the brow bone. That's it for the eyes. Except for I keep forgetting steps. Mascara. Essence Lash Princess retails for $4.99, and it is probably my favorite mascara. Like, look at that. Incredible. Love Essence mascara. I have also tried, oh, it was just in the video in my testing drugstore makeup, testing new makeup drugstore edition part 2. That is what it is called. I think it's time for this one. I have another, but I think it's time for this specific tube to go into the Makeup Empties, just because it's starting to clump. The False Lashes Dramatic Volume Limited Mascara. I zoomed you guys back out, that way we can finish up the lips and finish this makeup look. Like, I'm impressed. For lips, I'm gonna go into this shade specifically. I have a few of these. This is the NYX lip liner. This one is specifically in the shade Peekaboo Neutral, and these retail for $4. I have a few of these. I love them. And I want to say this is my second or third pencil of this specific shade. Like, if you guys have been around YouTube for a while, Manny anyway used to rave about this specific lip liner. Got addicted. In 2015, lipstick, the Essence Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade 03 Dusty Rose. This retails for, it's on sale right now for $2.79, but it originally is $3.99. Dusty Romance. And hopefully I'll be coming out with more neutral shades of my own lipstick so soon, but they're not the least expensive makeup that I own. Yes! And then a gloss. Do I want to add a gloss? Let's do it. e.l.f. Lip Lacquer in the shade Wild Rose. Can you guys tell that I like rose? Retails for $3. And they have a bunch of different shades. And I'm more of a gloss over a standard tube lipstick rather than a liquid lipstick. Just find that it messes with the formula of the liquid lipstick. This is the final look. I'm excited to add up and see the final total of how much this costs, because it's gonna be good. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel or give it a thumbs up, or both. If you guys have any video requests, you can leave them in the comments down below, or at me on my social media, which is all under SassieBeauty YT. Same as both here, both Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Again, don't forget to follow me there. Lots of fun and exciting looks. A lot of them are a little more abstract than I would post on here, so if you want more like makeup artistry, definitely go follow me over there. I recently did this cow. This is the look I recently did on TikTok. It's inspired by the user Damn Davy, both on Instagram and TikTok. Like he created like the duo brow trend, which I'm obsessed with. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.